In this video, I would like to take you on a journey with me as we travel into the ancient past of Lemuria, Atlantis, the Golden Age, a sophisticated usage of energy. So let's start. While I was meditating, doing my morning satna, I felt the presence of a spirit baby. And I felt this presence before, but she was sitting with me meditating. And I believe this is to be my first born child, which is a girl. She had cute little hair, little pom-poms that I used to have when I was a little girl. And if you have a mixed child, or if you are black yourself, you know what those little pom-poms are. And she was sitting there meditating with me. We were just doing our little kundalini, and then she showed me myself, or my internal self, and inside there was a fetus, which I felt was a boy energy, which I believe to be the second child that is going to be born from me. And I felt this fetus is very mysterious. So I allowed the energy of this spirit baby that showed itself as a fetus within the womb to show me himself. So what he did is he took me to a beach with a dark night sky, and this beach was unlike any beach that you'll find on earth. The sand was white, and off in the forest I could see a pyramid. I could see the top of a pyramid, and it was very activated. This pyramid, it was very radiant and lively. It is as though it had a pulse to it. It hummed, it had vibration that I could feel, even though I was maybe 2, 3, 4 miles away from this pyramid. I could feel the energy as though it was alive. It was consciousness, very activated, energetic. So while I was on this beach, I saw this fetus, but it was a boy. And I've felt this spirit baby before. Last year it came to me, and I heard the name Zetha. And this child showed me the name before, and I'm not going to pronounce it because I can't pronounce it. I could spell it, and it's very long. It's like Zafarina, or Zafrona, or something, Zafrina. It's like a light language. Each letter represents like a frequency, and frequency with a frequency makes up like an energy. That's why names is energy. Each letter has its own frequency. Together makes a whole body of a unique frequency. So this child that I've connected with before, that has told me that he has been indecisive whether to be a boy or to be a girl, but I feel this spirit baby has decided to be a female. And Zetha is the name of that this child would like in this particular incarnation. And with this child was a twin. And I've connected with this other spirit baby many times, and my mom has deeply connected with this spirit baby as well, because I've had many incarnations on earth with this particular spirit. And the spirit is called Micah. So I felt Micah with Zetha, and Zetha is a very galactic being, very foreign to earth, very new to earth, like a new soul. Well, Micah, like me, is an earth angel, has been to earth many moons, many cycles throughout the many phases and ages of earth. So Zetha. this beautiful spirit baby that is a girl, and Micah, which is the twin brother, and Micah is more so like a guide. They're coming in together as twins because Micah is going to help Zetha understand the earth system and its laws, because Micah, as myself, has been here many times, so understands this world and how it works, how to manifest, how to remember yourself in this particular matrix system. So Zetha is like a student to Micah, and as well, Micah is a student to Zetha because Zetha has much galactic knowledge that she wishes to share. Knowledge I'm going to get to in just a minute that is very similar to the stream of consciousness of Nikola Tesla. It has this Gemini energy of brilliancy, of just genius energy, innovative thinking, just ideas. So Zetha, I connected with Zetha, and she took me to this amazing channeled message, this amazing channeled message that is very similar to the visions Nikola Tesla had. So I'm going to get into what Zetha showed me that regard renewable energy, the pyramids, and what the pyramids did for the planet. And it's very out there message, so really open up your mind, because it's to really receive this, you have to have an open mind. So I drew some pictures that went along with the visions that Zetha was giving to me. So I'm just gonna get into the first image that came to me right here. And this is the pyramid, or one. There are many pyramids on planet Earth, but this represents one, and all of the pyramids on planet Earth have the same function. So I'm going to get into, I made a little diagram of it. And this, okay, right here represents water. Okay, and this represents shafts. These little tunnels represents shafts, as well as their shafts going up the pyramid. And I want to tell you the point. Pyramid, it pulls up energy, it rises energy, kind of like the spine, or you could say the kundalini energy, rising it up. That's the pyramid, it rises it up. So here I saw in my vision Mercury. Now again, I took in classes on the elements, but I don't really know too much about the elements, but I heard and saw Mercury. So Mercury, there was pools of Mercury, or a large pool in the pyramid, kind of in the floor, the base, a little bit, maybe a couple yards deep, many yards deep, and there was this pool of Mercury. And these shafts, they went down, and the energy would be pulled up, just like when you pull up the mula bandha in your body, the sex organ, the rectum, the navel, you're squeezing the energy up and pulling it, or pushing that energy up into your higher chakras, you could say. And then I saw magnesium as in around, kind of, and I'm going to tell you what I wrote about the magnesium. The magnesium channels the energy. So it is channeling like water. Water is like the channeling, directing that energy. Now, what is this energy? You may wonder, okay, so the pyramid is pulling up energy, and you could say beaming it up out of the pyramid into the atmosphere. Okay, what is that energy? Where is it coming from? Well, in this diagram, this represents the middle of the earth. And the middle of the earth, even in the scientific community, they believe it to be just like a super ball of heat. Heat like the sun, and it is very much. like equivalent to lava heat, very, very hot. So they call it the core of Earth. And it is like the sun. It is a ball of energy. It is a ball of fast moving energy. So the pyramid, what it does is it pulls it up. It's a function. The pyramid is a function that pulls up the energy from the inner earth, pulls it up. It conducts it, it channels it up into the shafts. Okay, and the magnesium is used to kind of help channel this massive energy, this massive heat. And this mercury as well is used, and it channels it up into a beam of energy, a sustainable beam of energy. That's the thing. It's a sustainable. So all of these elements used, such as mercury, magnesium, are used to create a beam of energy that goes into the atmosphere that is sustainable. It's a sustainable energy. It's not a leaking energy. It's not like what we see energies that are very unstable. Very unstable. Because this massive energy, this massive heat, if it's not sustained, I mean, it's if it's leaking, it can do more harm to the air than good. So what is the purpose of conducting this energy from the inner earth and channeling it up the pyramid into the atmosphere? Well, what I was shown by Zetha is that beam of energy that you see at the top of the pyramid is used to supercharge the air. Okay, so this high energy is used to supercharge the molecules in the air, and it creates wireless energy, renewable and solar. So this is a function that is renewable energy. Okay, it can go on for a very long time. For thousands of years, this has been functioning, and it's been functioning just like death and birth of trees. It just happens naturally. It isn't like you gotta press a button and then you gotta go do this and that. No, it is very much happens on its own. Continuously. It's sustainable. And what it does is it awakens the atoms in the air, the molecules in the air. And the pictures, if you go on like pictures of Giza pyramids, and Giza and orbs, you'll find there's a lot of orbs around the pyramids. And basically orbs are awakened atoms or molecules in the air. When an atom or molecule in the air is awakened, it becomes an orb, which is just a super energy ball, And sometimes there can be massive orbs, like just giant orbs. And those can be as portals or can open space to see into other realms. So that was a message that was given to me. Now I want to get into this image right here. I want to discuss a little bit about this. Now this is the Earth. You can see the axis. Okay, now again, this it's not necessarily correct when it comes to the axis of our planet. It's not particularly round, you could say, but you see the pyramids, and you see the Middle Earth, which is like a sun. Okay, Earth has its own sun. It has its own energy source. We're gaining energy for photosynthesis from our sun, but we also have our own power source. We have our own power source that's within the Earth. And this energy is particularly used for interstellar connectivity. That is particularly the function. Now the sun, the outer sun, is used for photosynthesis, which is the life on the outer surface. Now the inner sun, or the solar power, is used for the interstellar connection. The interstellar connection, connecting the planet to the massive grid points of our universe. So these pyramids, and visualize these pyramids all around the world. So you see all these pyramids around the planet, and then you see the aura, the electromagnetic field cycling at the poles. So the pole here, the pole there, and these little portals here at the poles, which are openings that allow energy to flow out and flow in to the Middle Earth. And this circles around, expands into the outer layers of Earth. And that's what the solar heat is doing. It is like sun rays. It is projecting its energy out into the outer layer of Earth, providing energy, providing helps to, when we are grounded, it goes up the soles of our feet into our body and gives us energy, a different form of energy than the sun energy. It is energy that can, when we are grounded, that can help us to connect to the interstellar space of other wisdom beyond our planet. It helps us to have the energy, because it takes energy, as a shaman knows, to connect to the other dimensions and planetary systems within the massive universe. So it gives us the energy to be able to travel to these other realms within our meditation, within our consciousness. So we see that solar energy, it is projecting itself into the outer layers. And these pyramids, I saw literally the earth was like a sun, and these pyramids, the beams of light that was integrated up from this solar heat core that is our planet. And it is very much like space. The sun is, we see it as this matter, and matter as solid. This is not solid at all. Like the sun, I do not believe our sun to be solid. I believe it to be mostly a lot of space. A lot of space, and like orbs. Orbs is just simply space. Atoms is simply space. But very sophisticated usage of that space. Just like us, we have a lot of space. Even water is just a lot of space. So the Middle Earth is not this solid magna rock. It is mostly space with just orbs. A bunch of orbs together are very sophisticated in their usage of the light, which is the energy, which is matter, but it is not solid. So these beams of very sustainable, renewable light, energy, okay, it's consistent energy. It's not hostile energy that we have going on right now, like explosive, like an atomic bomb kind of energy. It's very sustainable. It's a lot. It's a heat. It's very powerful, but it's not leaky. It is conducted well. It's orchestrated sophisticatedly. So these beams go out into the universe, like into interstellar universe beyond our Milky Way, just like our sun. Our sun, we are many, many light years away from our sun, but yet the rays are so powerful and penetrating space in our Milky Way that we can feel those sun rays, those channels of energy. Those channels of energy that are very much conducted like these machines or these functions of the pyramids. So what that does is when it connects with the interstellar, okay, penetrates the interstellar, and Earth, it becomes like a sun. That is when we get into type 1 civilization, which is mastery of the planet. And we've had mastery of the planet before in a previous age, but this, when we see this happening to the planet, we're getting into planetary mastery of energy, which is renewable energy that can last thousands of years. Now our energy, we're going to have to change it soon, because it can't last 100 years, not even a single 100, let alone 200-300 years, because it is very inconsistent, leaky, very leaky energy. When I mean leaky, it is almost like it's very unhealthy. It isn't renewable at all. It's inconsistent, almost hostile sort of energy. because it's not fashioned appropriately. It's not fashioned sophisticatedly. So I'm going to get into the sun. Now we have the sun. You see the sun at the bottom. Okay, and you see this pyramid, this little pyramid right here, could be any pyramid on the planet. And again, when the planet rotates, it's all about alignment. And the Egyptians were very intelligent at cosmology, which is the constellations, the mapping of the stars. So when the planet could rotate or in alignment, the constellations are in a particular alignment with a pyramid, what can happen is that beam can connect to the sun. Okay, it's like penetrating the sun, and the sun is used as a portal because you need energy to be transported, energy to even transport your consciousness to another planetary system, another planet, another galaxy, even another realm, dimension. You require heat. So they're using the heat, for example, the inner earth heat, to beam to the sun. Now, the sun has its own kind of function, and the sun can beam, let's say, a being to a planet or to a sun within that galaxy or that solar system, and that sun within that solar system can beam down that being to that planet within, rotating around that sun. So the pyramids were used to transport beings, like physical beings, without using any sort of ship. But it's not, the ships also would be on these lines. Okay, so the ships weren't just, I'm going to just beam up in my ship, a spaceship, and just randomly go into space and just go to my planet and, thousands, billions of light years away. No, these ships had to be on lines. These spaceships, like lines, like grid lines, there are lines, like traffic, like lanes. Like you got to be on your lane. You're not just driving randomly around through just anywhere you go. No, you have to follow the lines. You have to follow the highways and the roads to get to your destination. And that's the same thing with spaceships. The spaceships, there had to be a particular alignment with the constellations connected with the Earth. So the Earth and the constellations had to be in a particular alignment for them to use the pyramids to travel on these beam lines, which are like grid lines, ley lines that are in space, to go to the sun. So they follow the stream of energy, the spaceship. They're using this stream of high energy to, their spaceship. It pulls and pushes their spaceship, gives the spaceship energy to connect with the sun, and then within the sun, the spaceship finds another line, energy line, and that energy line can literally, it's like the speed of light. The speed of light, fast-moving energy, can zap them or zoom them to another sun within another solar system. And then that sun can, on another road, you could say, an energy line or an energy road, pulls them to their planet. So that's kind of how travel was done when it comes to beings, aliens from our ancient past. Because we had contact from many races, and this is how they would get around from planet to sun to planet. So the sun and the earth and the sun, the outer in our space, are very much have the same kind of energy. So there isn't one is lesser and than the other. They have the same sort of power when it comes to renewable energy. So that was the message that was given to me by Zetha. And I do want to get real quick about the water. Now, the pyramids, it is beneficial for the pyramids to be by water. And a lot of them are by water. It's just they're not anymore because, as we know, things move around throughout thousands of years. So this water would very much be like many water. It would help move the energy. It helped move it. It would help it to move quickly through this function, this pyramid function. So this could represent the Nile next to the pyramid, and that water would just, it's fast moving. There's a speed, and it can help maneuver things. Water is very good at helping to maneuver things. Even energies within the body, it helps to maneuver it within. Even without, it is very much about moving energies. So the water would move the energy through this pyramid, and these shafts were very much as well used to kind of unify and keep it cohesive and like channeled into the beam, where it would supercharge the atoms in the air, the molecules in the air. So the atoms would become awakened atoms, and like in energy, like wireless energy. And I want to show you what was very fascinating to me. Okay, so while I was in this meditation, I had Nikola Tesla come up and his brilliant idea for wireless energy, and I was like, this is almost exactly the same as the functions of the pyramids. Okay, it might be different. For example, the pyramids may have slightly more functions than Nikola Tesla's wireless energy, but it is pretty much very identical to the function of the pyramids. Very, very identical. So this is Nikola Tesla's, his invention, wireless energy. Now, he got into the process of building it, but as we know, wireless energy isn't profitable. So in our patriarchal mindset, anything that isn't profitable, it's no. It's a no. It's a no. We're not going to do that. But his brilliant idea was to have many of these all across the planet, like pyramids. You get where I'm going with this? And imagine hundreds, thousands of these all around the planet. It would begin to look like pyramids. And what this would do is very similar. They would be deep underground. So this would be deep, deep underground, and it would be pulling energy from the earth, from the inner earth, which is the deeper you are going into earth, or the more grounded you are, like roots to a tree, the more deep you go, the more close you are to this super heat energy, which is our Middle Earth. And this would go deep into the earth, and it would pull up that energy, pull up the energy. It would be conducted in a particular fashion, and it would supercharge the air. So it would very much look like this, or look like orbs. Basically, lightning is orbs that are uniform, that are just taking the shape of this. Orbs can be orbs like circles, or they can be orbs that are in more sharp, angular, like lightning, but it's still the same energy. So that was what he wanted to do, was supercharge the atoms and the molecules in the air to be awakened energy, so that we could simply gain energy just from our environment, just from the air and the atoms and the molecules in the air. So that was Nikola Tesla's idea, and I wanted to show you that because it's very identical to these pyramids that were used thousands and thousands, 30,000, 50,000 years in our past, were, I believe, to be founded. This sophisticated idea was given back to us in this age by Nikola Tesla, because he was able to connect with that consciousness, that knowledge, the Asachi, which is knowledge of all things we have access to when we can connect with ourselves and meditate within ourselves. We can connect. So that really shows him being able to remember the authentic most original blueprint of the pyramids, even though it's been 30, 50,000 years from the most original function of the pyramid, is astonishing. And it shows us in this right here, you and I, that we are more than capable of channeling anything that has ever happened on this planet and anything that's ever happened on any other planet, solar system within a galaxy. So I believe those are all the messages that I want to share with you. I hope you enjoyed this journey that I took you all on with me. And yes, and I want to thank the beautiful spirit baby Zetha for giving me this beautiful message, this beautiful channel message, and I hope it helps you all on your journey, okay, to self-discovery and self-mastery. Okay, bye everyone. Namaste.